In this video, I wanted to go over a topic that I haven't seen many people talk about, effective range. Effective range is, on a very basic term, the range at which your hero is most effective. Knowing what effective range is will help you understand how to take fights and give you a better understanding on how to approach duels and team fights during a game. When you know every character's effective range, you can put yourself in a position where you have the upper hand. So to better explain this, let's take a look at Soldier versus McCree for example. To start off, we need to learn what both Soldier and McCree's effective ranges are, so we'll need to look at both of their kits. So let's go over them briefly. So to start off with Soldier, Soldier's main source of damage comes through his primary fire. The main stat I want to highlight is the fall off range. His primary fire has a fall off range of 30 to 55 meters. What this means is that every bullet hit from 30 meters and under will deal full damage, while anything over will deal less than full depending on how far you are from your target. After 55 meters, the damage fall off stops and Soldier will deal 5.7 with each bullet. Following his primary fire, he has a secondary fire, Helix Rockets. Helix Rockets is a projectile that travels 50 meters per second. With projectiles, they're generally easier to hit the closer you are to your target, since the closer you are, the less that you have to lead your shot, and vice versa. His next ability is Sprint. Sprint is fairly simple. Using it will allow you to travel faster. During this time, you can't use any other abilities, so its uses is limited. Usually using this ability is good for repositioning yourself. It can help you get away from enemy fire, but typically isn't quick enough to save your life if you happen to overextend too much. His next ability is Biotic Field. It's an AoE heal that heals all allies who stand on it for 40.8 HP per second. The area of effect is 5 meters, which gives you a bit of room to move around and dodge abilities while you're being healed. The ability is nice since it makes you more durable. It isn't as effective against burst, but it is more useful for when you're taking small bits of damage at a time. His last ability, which is his ultimate, will allow you to lock onto targets close to your crosshair. The ability pretty much allows you to hit all of your shots aside from your Helix Rockets. The ability does technically improve his effectiveness mid to long range since you'll hit all of his shots. So when we put this all together, it's fair to say that Soldier 76 is a mid-range hero. With his damage fall-off of his primary source of damage starting at 30 meters, there really isn't any reason to try and get closer to people aside from trying to make it easier to land a direct Helix Rocket. You could say that Soldier 76 is decent at close range, but when you compare him to several different characters that actually excel at close range, you can see that he doesn't do so great. Anyways, if we happen to do the same process but with McCree instead, we will see that McCree too is a mid-range hero that does fairly well at closer ranges due to his flashbang. So in this matchup, when it comes to close range combat, it's easy to say that McCree has the advantage. On the other hand, when it comes to mid-range combat, Soldier is typically in a more advantageous position. When fighting at a distance from McCree is unable to close the gap, the matchup tends to favor Soldier instead due to his ability to heal himself. From longer ranges, McCree's damage falloff becomes too much for him to quickly burst down Soldier through his biotic field. So Soldier can easily stand his ground with biotic field and take the fight so long that he maintains his distance from McCree and doesn't put himself at a range where McCree can quickly burst him or stun him. So pretty much, in theory, you want to try and take fights with McCree as Soldier from a distance, setting down your biotic field when dueling so you can keep yourself healthy enough to keep fighting him. Mid-range fights are good, but you don't want to get close enough for him to be able to use his combat role and flashbang you. So when you look at matchups this way, it can become a lot easier for you to realize what matchups are good or bad and how to approach fighting certain characters. It isn't necessarily always your mechanics that are initially putting you at a disadvantage. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions about Overwatch, you can leave a comment down below or join my Discord server. The link will be in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.